So there's a pretty bonkers story out in the news today, and that is that a passenger on a flight on an airplane ran to the airliner door and tried to literally open it, I guess, as the plane was in the air, as it was flying. And so the passenger was then restrained with duct tape. That's right. The passenger was literally restrained with duct tape to the chair, tied to the chair with duct tape, because the person had assaulted some of the flight attendants and the airline workers. So this is a pretty insane story. So it says passenger who tried to open airliner door restrained with duct tape. It says a passenger on a scheduled flight was restrained to her seat with duct tape after trying to open an airliner door. A passenger on American Airlines Flight 1774, Elizabeth LaClair, told the Post that a woman sitting behind her was unsettled, telling a passenger right beside her that she didn't want the plane to go up. She said that the woman, quote, seemed off and very odd. She started getting more and more agitated and very loud, and the man sitting next to her, along with the flight attendants, kindly tried to console her and calm her, but nothing worked. She said that the woman, who she described as probably in her 30s and with green hair, started to run toward the airline door and tried to open it, with flight attendants tackling the woman to the ground and then restraining her with duct tape to her seat. It says a flight passenger's daughter posted a TikTok video showing the woman strapped onto her seat screaming, "You, you, you," as the rest of the 190 passengers on the flight exited the plane. It says the Federal Aviation Administration reported an increase of unruly behavior on various flights. Agency saying it will review over 1,300 complaints of unruly passengers since February. It says in a statement, American Airlines confirmed to the Post that the incident happened, adding that the woman physically assaulted and bit a flight attendant during the altercation. The individual was restrained until the flight landed at CLT, Charlotte, and could be met by law enforcement and emergency personnel. We applaud our crew for their professionalism and quick effort to protect those on board. So this is a really crazy story, when you're talking about a situation like this, the question kind of is, what do you do? It's obviously kind of crazy, and it seems extreme to have to duct tape somebody to their seat. But if they're being a threat to other passengers by assaulting people, as well as trying to open up the airliner doors, the flight is in progress, I really have no idea what else you could possibly do, what other options there are. And if you can think of any other ideas, I would be definitely curious to hear them. This is not the first time this has happened. I think 8 years ago or something, there was a similar story where someone had to be duct taped to their seat. I'm not really sure what else you could do in this situation, despite it seeming like, a crazy situation. If you're a threat to, you're on a plane and you're a threat to the other passengers in the flight itself, you're assaulting people on the flight, you're trying to open the door. I don't really know what other option you have at that point. And the thing is, this is probably I'm pretty sure it's a mental illness that's going on there. Seems pretty obvious to me. And so that makes it even tougher, because doing that to somebody who's mentally ill is, it's pretty fucked up, right? So I don't know what other options there were, what other, courses of action you could have taken. But it's just you're a threat to the rest of the plane. I don't know what other options they had. But if you can think of another option, it would be interesting to see. Because this does seem, it can seem kind of extreme, but given the circumstances, you can kind of understand, why they ended up doing it.